Where is the U.S. housing market going in 2023? In the past few years, we have seen some dramatic changes in the housing market, largely due to the government stimulus during the COVID pandemic. First, the government increased money supply, handed out stimulus checks, and lowered interest rates to keep the economy going. This helped in the short term as a lot of economic activity came to a halt for a while. The stimulus and rate cuts fueled a boom in the housing market as increased affordability enabled more home buyers to pay more for their homes. For most buyers, it's all about the monthly mortgage payment, what you can qualify for, and most importantly, what can you afford to pay. I'm Michael Wallace from Wallace Real Estate Solutions, and today we're going to discuss where the U.S. housing market is going in 2023. Homeowners that refinanced in 2021 when mortgage interest rates were as low as 3% benefited with lower monthly payments, which put more money in their pocket, which is another form of stimulus as it added to consumer spending or increased savings. For move-up buyers, they benefited from the increase in equity in their home when they sold and rolled some of that equity into the next home. First-time homebuyers that got in early also benefited from a rapid increase in equity in a short period of time. So everybody's happy, right? Well, not exactly. All this government stimulus got us through the pandemic, but it also caused the highest rate of inflation we have seen in many years. People that already own assets such as a home refinanced, lowering their cost of living while enjoying the benefit of the increased value of their home. However, those that were renting or young people still living at home did not enjoy these benefits, and the inflation that followed increased their cost of living just like everyone else. Many that were qualified when interest rates were 3% no longer qualified for the same mortgage when rates rose to 7% in the fourth quarter of 2022. Those that were still wanted to buy would have to shop in a lower price range. In theory, if you dramatically raise interest rates, decreasing affordability, housing prices should come down. So far, that hasn't happened in many markets. The reason is that housing supply in those markets remains tight. During the financial crisis of 2008, housing prices came down because of the subprime and no-doc products, mortgage products that were available. These products did not consider the borrower's ability to pay their mortgage. Crazy, huh? This led to a big increase in foreclosures, which increased the housing supply while demand dropped. That caused a drop in prices until demand came back to meet the supply. So the question is that likely to happen again? In my opinion, I don't think so. Here's why. Because many people refinanced into rates in the threes, they are less likely to put their house on the market and get a new mortgage with rates now in the sixes. Again, interest rates are not the only factor in this decision. If their current home no longer meets their needs, they may sell, but higher rates will now affect their ability to pay more for their next home, which could also keep prices down. And people that have mortgages now actually qualify for them. So there are less likely to be as many distressed properties or foreclosures coming to market, which would also keep down the supply. So we now have two big factors that will have an impact on prices. First, demand will be slower than it was when interest rates and prices higher, and supply will be lower as more people stay where they are. For housing markets that have limited supply and not many new units being created, it will probably lead to price stability for a while, with less transactions being done. For markets with a lot of new construction, there could be a decrease in home prices if demand does not meet the supply. Builders in these markets are likely to offer price reductions or other concessions to move their inventory. The wild card in all this is, where will interest rates go? So far, the Fed has made it clear that they will continue to raise interest rates until they think they have inflation under control. They have a tough balancing act as they want to curb inflation and at the same time want to keep the economy out of a recession. So, should you buy a home in 2023? Ask yourself one question. Where would you like to live for the next 7 years? If you can't answer that question, then you should wait until you have more clarity as to where you want to be and what type of home you want to buy. Buying and selling a home is a big expense, and the longer you are in your home, the better chance you have of building equity and recouping those expenses. No matter what happens with the housing market in the short term. According to the National Association of Realtors, which excludes new construction sales from its data, U.S. median home prices rose 96.2% nationwide between 2013 and 2022, from 196,000 to 384,000. These gains are going to vary from market to market. If you're ready to commit to live in a home for at least the next 7 years, you have found a home and a community that you love, buying a home now may be the right move for you, even if prices in your market do come down in the short run. If you have a long enough time frame, homes in desirable markets have always come back and appreciated. Unlike buying a stock, buying a home is not just an investment, but a personal lifestyle decision. Like many other investments, it's very hard to try to time the market. In the beginning of 2020, nobody could have predicted what would have happened during the COVID pandemic and the impact that government stimulus would have on the economy and the housing market. Buying a home and holding it over a longer period of time historically has proven to be a good investment, and more important than that, will provide you and your family a nice place to live and enjoy your life. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below and I will be happy to answer them. If you felt this video was valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm Michael Wallace with Wallace Real Estate Solutions. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.